the marketing guy, the event coordinator, and it's my pleasure to schedule the guests to come talk here at BHS. We're back here on about our 8th meeting since the big break, and we've got delicious food. So if you're watching from home, you're missing out on a great breakfast, and the most important thing is connecting with other business owners, other like-minded business owners, and each one of us makes a goal to set up a coffee appointment with one other business owner that is here today. So we encourage you to come down and join us. Today, we've got a speaker who is an author, she's a musician, and she's a women's empowerment coach. And she's been a reverend here on campus at Mile High for over a decade. One of my first introductions into this New Thought teaching, and really helped me to just find the center of my target with the purpose and the reason, that I'm in business, and it's just helped me so much. So it's my great pleasure. Please help me welcome your speaker today, Cynthia James.
Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. Now, I haven't been here for a really long time, and I was actually thinking about BHS when Anthony's email came in. Synchronicity. Yeah. I got it. Also, 2 weeks later, I got an email from Tom Litch saying, "Want to come sing here?" So I'm singing on Sunday at the service. So I'm happy to be here. My topic today is you are chosen. And I have a specific reason for saying that, but what if you knew that beyond any shadow of a doubt you are understood at this moment in time because you were essential, because you were necessary, because your gifts were needed at this moment in time? What if you knew you were enough, have always been enough, will always be enough? What if you remember that it took a whole lot of sperms to get to that place to create you? That's because you were chosen. That's because the universe needed you as a vessel to move through, to bring the message of wholeness, oneness, and clarity and empowerment. How many of you are entrepreneurs? Yay! Okay. So I want to tell you, I haven't always been an entrepreneur. I worked for other people. I helped build companies and worked in corporations and corporate communications. I helped build Agape in Los Angeles, and then I, here for 11 years with the music ministry, the women's ministry, the LGBTQ community. I taught a lot of classes, and I wasn't thinking about doing anything else, but I got this inner call. I tried to resist it because I was happy. Why would I want to leave and go someplace else if I'm happy? But what I want you to know is that callings are actually portals for the next iteration of your transmission, of your transformation, of your sharing of your gifts. I've been on the spiritual path for over 40 years. I took a lot of classes. I became a practitioner. I went through, 3 years of ministerial school. I went through a master's program in spiritual psychology, and I felt I was so in my zone of genius. And the universe said, "That's nice. You're going to do something else." So when I didn't listen the first time, my adrenals went crazy. And I had to take a sabbatical, and I came back, and I was like, now everything's good. And then I kept not listening, and I kept getting more uncomfortable. But there was nothing wrong. Nobody was doing anything to me. Nobody was being unkind. I was doing all the things that I loved, that I had created, and yet my body temple, I do emotional integration and I train coaches in it. And the mind and the body are connected. But our society kind of teaches us from here up. So learning about the body and how it communicates with us, because it has a language, is really important. And so my body was having challenges which made no sense, because in my sabbatical I changed my eating, I changed my exercise, I released 30 pounds. I mean, everything was good. I felt that I was doing what God wanted me to do. And then this message was coming in my meditations. You're done here. Time to leave. Get an office. I have an office. But it kept getting louder and louder until the last Christmas service that we had. I walked off the stage, and for those of you who don't believe in airy fairy, close your ears, because I'm about to say some airy fairy. I walk off the stage, there's nobody there with me, and I hear a voice say, "You are done here." And I look around, and there's nobody there but me. And I go home, and I talk to my husband, and I say, "I'm supposed to leave Mile High." He goes, "Wow." So I go to Roger again, and I go, "I have to leave now. I need to exit today." He goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "I don't know." "What are you going to do?" "I don't know." "Are you going to another church?" "No." "Are you starting another church?" "No." "You know this sounds crazy." "Yes." "But I have to go." So two other practitioners were opening their office, and I decided to go in with them. And it was reasonable. I had no furniture. And I remember Joe Goldsmith was in his office with no furniture, and he was just praying, right? And then by the time he left, he was seeing 20, 30 people a day for healings, right? I said, "I can pray, but I will not sit on the floor." So I got furniture. I got someone from Mile High who was an interior designer and helped me get my office together. What I want you to know is that I was clueless about how to run a business. I helped other people run their businesses. So I decided, I have to invest in this if I'm going to be successful. So I took money out of the bank, which made no sense. And I went to a leadership program for a year to learn how to run a business. What was my relationship to money? What's marketing and sales? What do I do with all that? And by the end of the year, by the way, it was a journey, and I cried through a lot of it because I thought, oh my gosh, I am so clueless. How am I ever going to get people? The people were coming slowly, just word of mouth. So at the end of the year, I had paid back the debt, and people were coming, and I was starting to market and create my visibility online. I was in the flow. Now, I don't believe it's going to help you if I stand up here and talk for 45 minutes. So you will see in front of you, there's a sheet. It has the wrong date. Because I have 3 speaking engagements, and I put the one for the 14th out there, but today is the 4th, right? So I'm going to take you through 3 things that I learned and invite you to just write down some notes and some things for you, because I believe you're in this room by a divine appointment. I believe that you're here for a reason with this group of people that will never be assembled this way again. So the first thing I want to tell you is that the flow is ever changing. That's what I didn't know when I was happy at Mile High. I know the universe is evolutionary, and I'm a manifestation of the universe. Why wouldn't I be evolving? So I am a member of the Transformational Leadership Council, which was started by Jack Canfield, and so authors and speakers and teachers from all over the world get together 2 times a year. We support each other, we teach each other, we give presentations, and we learn different things that we need to grow our businesses. And so I've been very grateful and honored to be asked, because you have to be invited. And so 4 years ago, I was sitting at a table with a woman whose name is Sam, and she's used to do the book um, festival in Hawaii, and she's helped a lot of authors and speakers who were talking about this idea that wanted to come through me. And I was like, so many people are coming to me as clients because I work with leaders and I work with small teams and I work with individuals and I do a lot of work with women. And many people are coming to me saying, I don't feel like I have a voice. I need to find my voice. I'm looking for my voice. So I'm telling her this. I said, so I'm thinking that I'm going to call the book, Does Your Voice Matter? And she listens and she says, let me ask you some questions. And so she starts asking me questions about my life. And after about 5 minutes, she says, you might want to think about calling this book, Does My Voice Matter? At which time, this energy bolt went through my heart. I'm like, pay attention. So I got out of the table, I went to my room, and I bought the URL, Does My Voice Matter? And I was excited about it. I wrote a book proposal, and Sonia Choquette is a friend of mine, and she said, let me introduce you to Hay House. Now, I had done all self-publishing before that, and I was like, wow, that would be great. And so she introduces me to the person, and I send an email, and she says, great, send me the proposal. So I send the proposal. 3 days later, she comes back and says, this is very timely. And she said, some people have been submitting things, but we think the way you want to do this is very interesting. But I need you to change 3 things and then send it to me, and then I'll take it to the team. I'm like, great. So I worked on it. I'm just really diligent, and I send it in, and then I don't hear anything for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. Thirdly, the email comes in, I see your name, and I'm like, all excited, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna pray before I open it, right? I open it up, and she says, we think you're a great writer. We think that the way you want to tell this story is fabulous, but we're gonna pass because you don't have a big enough platform. At which time, I want y'all to know, it felt like somebody punched me in the stomach. It was like every insecurity, every fear, every thought I ever had about who I was on the planet came rushing into the space. I was knocked to my knees, so I put the book aside. And then the gift called pandemic came. Deanne and I had an office in Lakewood, and we closed it down because nobody was coming, and we weren't coming. And so I'm home, and I don't even know if I'm going to have a business because most of my clients were coming personally. And so I invite them all to come on Zoom, and my whole practice goes on Zoom. But in my meditations, in my dreams, this book would not leave me alone. It just kept saying, get up. 3 o'clock in the morning, get up and write. And so I just started writing with no agenda. And what I want you to know is that was the moment where I had to deal with me at the core. All the pain I had gone through, all the challenges. Now, I've been on this spiritual path forever. So, why is all this crap coming up? I did this. I know how to pray, I know how to meditate, I know how to surrender, I know how to turn it over. And it was like, And so I've been on this planet for 7 decades, and in every decade, culture, things were happening that were affecting my behavior, my belief systems, the way I was operating. And so that's what I started writing about.
I think we need to turn
And I just wrote it, and I wrote it, and I wrote it.
Yeah, because
I remembered that when I was a child, from an alcoholic father, pedophile stepfather, a mother who thought she was powerless, I was a dreamer. I saw myself traveling, I saw myself on stages, I saw myself doing all of this stuff, and I realized as I was writing that I was manifesting these dreams because in each decade there was a transition and I had to make a different choice. So I want you to take out your sheet, and it says, what passions want to come through you? Now, you may be doing it now, or there may be something back here, it doesn't matter. What passions want to come through you that you may or may not even know what to do with them? So just take a couple of minutes and just, what passions want to come through you? What's lighting you up? What's bringing you joy?
So you know what's going to happen.
Well, one more minute.
It's going to pop it into
You can always
force
go back and
just fine.
write on this
For
sheet.
7 seconds. Right now. When you're done.
Okay, so first lesson, you know, the flow is always evolving, expanding. The second lesson was you have to surrender. You have to surrender to that intuitive knowing and listen to that intuition because it's encoded in you. But it's not necessarily logical or linear. So here I am in the pandemic writing this book, and I have a podcast called Women Awakening. And I interview women, some are hugely successful, while others are just have stepped into their own power in a lot of different ways. And I was interviewing this woman that had been on the podcast before, but she had a new book coming out. And so we were talking about, you know, conscious aging and all of this. And at the end of it, I said, this is so wonderful. I said, you're with the same publisher. And she goes, oh, yeah, do you know who Brooke Warner is? I don't know. She said, you look at her TED Talk. She was in the high publishing world in New York. And she got tired of greenlighting people with platforms and saying no to great writers. So she started her own publishing company. And then she was quiet. And then she said, are you writing a book? Now, I haven't talked about this to anybody, right? And I said, yeah. She says, oh, I think you need to meet Brooke. I said, okay. So she introduces me, and Brooke says, send me your book proposal. This was May of 2021. And so I sent it to her. 3 days later, she comes back. She goes, we'd like to greenlight your project, and we'd like to put it on the fast track to come out in 2022. Can you get it to me by January 2022? I don't know. I've been writing, but there's no order to this thing. So I reached out to 5 people that I know and trust from different walks of life and different backgrounds, and I said, I want you to be my reading ambassadors. I want to write a chapter. I want to send it to you. I want you to read it. And then I want you to come back, brutally honest. What the hell does that mean? Why did you say that? I don't get this. Whatever, right? Because if the book is gonna be authentic, because it's called Does My Voice Matter, it better matter, it better make sense to people. And so I do this and I go through this process with people, and my intuition is telling me the right things to say things that made absolutely no sense. What I want you to know is that your intuitive knowing will talk to you and ask you to get out of your mind. It will ask you to step into the flow of your divinity. It will ask you to trust it, honor it, and know that you're being guided in a place that will feel uncomfortable because you've never been there before. So I'm writing, and I get this to her in December, actually before my deadline, and then I got nervous. I was like, what if this is crap? What if I did this thing that is right and nobody does again? So my husband, he's Carl Sudden, he's a world-renowned photographer. He said, they said, send us some pictures that you have. And so my intuition is going, no. But I don't listen. I send some pictures anyway. And we get an email back going, no. We don't like any of these. We want something with you fully present and with smoky eyes and with vibrancy. And so I don't have to pay Carl, thank God, but I had to pick a makeup person and I had to get clear about what I was going to do. So we did this photo shoot, and I sent it to them, and I'm thinking that the graphic person is going to have a nice little picture over to the side, and then there's going to be all this graphic. They're like, no, you need to be proud of stuff. I want to show you. I was like, that's too big. That is too big. And they were like, isn't this actually the book that's my way matter? Then you need to be big. Now, I teach people to be visible. I teach people to stand in their power. I teach people to be great. And I teach people to listen to their inner knowing. So all along this journey, I kept being told, listen, trust, allow. On Sunday, when I'm singing here, I'm going to be singing from the new album. And I want to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But in this moment, I want to ask you to look at your sheet. What is your inner guidance telling you? Even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't know how to get there, even if you are hiding resistance, write it down. Don't lie, you're the only one reading this. Are you trying to listen to your inner guidance, or are you just trying to have a strategy and figure things out? What's your inner guidance telling you? if you're not sure, just close your eyes, go in and ask. What do you want me to know? It does not have to make sense.
She asked me to play.
It's ready. Five, seven. So, how many of you journal? Okay. If you don't journal, I'm going to encourage you to start. Because it's one of the ways that you can tap into that intuitive knowing and get the messages, and sometimes you might wake up in the morning and go, I got nothing to say, I got nothing to say, I got nothing to say. This is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid. You should write a book. You just start opening and you start inviting the universe to understand that you're available, that you're receptive, that you're open. I love when you got up here and said, I'm in transition and I'm teaching people how to do transition. Because here's the thing, it's just one step at a time listening. It's not, quantum leap into manifestation. It's like one step at a time. So what I want you to know is I have a friend and she's a successful author and she has this class and I'm telling her about my book and she says, oh, would you come on and do a little mini teaching from your book? I said, book's not done and the book's not out. She said, I don't care. Just bring a couple of things, right? And so I go, this is great, okay, all right, I'm gonna trust when you get invitations, pay attention. And so she had just gotten an album, a jazz album that became like #1 on iTunes. Now, her name is Catherine Wood Thomas, and if you know it, she wrote Calling in the One. I didn't even know what she sang, but this album is beautiful. And I said, oh my God, I listened and it was incredible. Then she gets quiet. This is the second time somebody's gotten quiet on the phone with me. And she says, are you doing a new album? I'm like, no. I haven't done an album in 7 years. And she said, I think you should meet the Brothers Corin. I'm like, who are the Brothers Corin? And she said, you'll see. And she introduces us on email. Now, I'm thinking, I'm not doing an album. I need to meet these brothers, right? But I say hello and they say, oh, please do a Zoom call with us. They get on and it's like brothers from another mother, except they're from Australia. And they're talking to me about, they used to open for Pink and all these different people in this group. And then they got this download that they weren't supposed to be doing that. They weren't supposed to be in the mainstream of music. They were supposed to empower people's voices to come to the planet. I'm like, for real? So then
There
they
you go.
um,
I'd love to do a journey with you and help you produce
4
4
songs.
songs. That's what they said, 4 songs.
Now,
My mind is going,
no, you do not want to be invested in all this stuff. You got all kinds of the books coming out, because she writes press is a hybrid, which means you pay for some of this, right? I'm like, no, you have this budget over here. You are not doing that. It might be the thing when you're going to do that. You are going to do that. And so I go, okay. So they go, here's the deal. You cannot sit down at a keyboard. You cannot pick up a pen and write. You're going to have your phone and your voice memos, and you're going to download what wants to come through. Now, I don't read music. Every song I've ever written has been a form of a download. But somebody tell me I have to download the area, like, what if I can't turn it on? So they said, make a list of all the people that you love musically since you were a kid, and we're just going to put it in the field and see how those energetics want to support you. So I started downloading all these songs. I think we ended up with like 15, and we decided to do an album of 7. The album is called Chosen. And it took me into this place of understanding that I really was chosen to be exactly who I am, to express the way I express, to give the gifts I give. I was chosen. Ditto. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the song Chosen for you. I'm going to ask you to just listen, and then we're going to do the third part of the handout, okay? So if you feel comfortable closing your eyes. Ready? Okay, I don't know why it's not playing. Okay, hold on one second. It says the request timed out. I don't know what that means.
It's on her end.
Am I turned up there,
Anthony? I am? Okay, so I don't know why it's not playing. Anthony, if I bring it back there, can you plug it in back there?
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me see.
I haven't seen this one live. So we're just live. Okay, I'm going to give you this, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, I'll sing. I mean, my computer wasn't even on, so you know I wasn't thinking about singing. Okay. It's called Chosen. Y'all see it?
Interesting.
That was good. What happened?
Excited.
It's
Okay.
the rainbow wheel.
Rainbow wheel. Okay.
I knew I was chosen.
Okay, all right. Okay, so,
You should beyond circumstances. I'm here to be heard.
okay, turn it off.
I'll sing. Okay, it's gonna be without music, okay?
I knew I was chosen, my destiny assured. Beyond circumstances, I'm here to be heard. I knew I was chosen, how'd I land in this place? Tired of being frozen, tired of the rat race. I knew I was chosen beyond the curtain side. The ways I was treated, my dreams were denied. I knew I was chosen, release the pain inside. Dare to be seen, decide not to hide. The voice within told me, have no fear. Voice of 1,000 angels will guide you, my dear. The voice within told me, release the fear. The love of 1,000 angels will teach you my fear. I knew I was chosen from the very start. I came to lift my voice and open my heart. I knew I was chosen. I came to lift my voice. Stop running from myself and make a different choice. I knew I was chosen for this moment in time. I'm here as a blessing, no reason, no rhyme. I knew I was chosen, I'm well on my way. I stand in my power, 'cause I'm here to stay. I knew I was chosen. Well, so the third lesson then is open to the revelations of your authentic voice. So whatever that, I mean,
So that's a glitch we need to.
I didn't know when I was writing the song that it mirrored the book. I wasn't
thinking about that.
But now when I'm doing my book signings and things, the book and the music go together.
Someone has a piece of music.
So,
maybe we should send it
What
to
revelations, what wants to come through you
and say that,
that
say it was
you,
a slideshow.
that you may be a little
afraid of? That you may not want to take that risk?
like singing in front of people with no music?
Just take a few moments and write down,
What revelations
revelations what insights, what authenticity wants to come through you that you maybe have been pushing aside, that you maybe have not listened to. And you could be successful in your business, and maybe it's write a book. Maybe it's write a poem. Maybe it's become a speaker. How does Spirit want to use you?
Who feels brave? Stand up. Tell us what's your authentic voice? What does it want to tell you? What does it want to do?
One of my biggest lessons is to trust implicitly in source, not just people, and to be who I truly am. Which some of you know I've hidden for many, many years. I just stood in the background, quietly observing. Now I have to stand forward and speak out and help people, show them another way, let them know they're loved, wanted, and cared for, no matter how you're feeling, what you believe, or what anyone else says to you. And as you mentioned, choice, you always have the choice in how you react. That is the only thing you can control, is how you react. Nobody else matters, except how you react. They don't define you, you define.
Beautiful. I love that you just said that. I did a TEDx talk. It's called The Past Does Not Define Us. And I was invited to go to Phoenix in the middle of the pandemic and do a TEDx, which made no sense. We weren't flying. Stuff I got on a plane. So, who else? Somebody. All right, stand up. And then we'll do one over there before we close.
Hi, I'm Jackie Meyer again here, and really, I started a new business, as I mentioned earlier, and I had been doing some consulting work for an insurance company, and I finished the job, and I thought, okay, now what? And I thought, I just can't go get another fucking job again. I just can't. I woke up one morning and my stomach hurt so bad it felt like I'd been kicked by a mule. And I knew then that I had to resign and tell them, look, I've done everything I can for you. You're gonna have to move on my own. So I went on vacation, thought a little bit about what was I gonna do, and talked to my daughter who I was visiting. And I said, well, something will come through. And she said, you really believe that? And I said, yes, something's going to come through. I'm not sure what. So anyhow, I went ahead and started playing around with what I knew in my 4 decades of business, the experiences that I had, and found that there were several areas that I really excelled well in helping people cut their expenses down and work with their employees. I had one company that sent me to Lima, Peru to do this. So anyway, I got my system sort of in place, and I decided I'm going to start a new business. Oh my God, I need a website. Well, it turned out during the time I reconnected with, I used to work with, that's what he does these days, his website. So everything I needed has come in as I needed it. And today, it was kind of feeling like, God, am I doing the right thing? Do I really know what the blankety blank I'm doing and or not? So, thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, no, go ahead.
This is the way that we friends with people. I want to let all the criticism of you. You said, just sing a song and music. Your voice is amazing.
So, if you guys will give me one more minute, I just want to hear from him because he had his hand raised.
Thank you, Cynthia. When you were speaking, it kind of occurred to me that higher power doesn't choose the qualified, it qualifies the chosen.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for having me. On your table, there's this. There are QR codes. I mean, I have a few of my CDs, if anybody still has a CD player. Few CDs, and I have some digital cards. But you can download stuff online by using the QR codes. And the book comes out September 27th. But you can pre-order it now on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and tattered cover. I want you to know that I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to see your faces because I know something fabulous is about to happen in your life. You can trust it. You can step into it, you can honor it. The voice of the divine is revealing itself as you, because you're chosen. Thank you.
Reverend Cynthia, thank you so much.